Over the last few years, the recent onslaught of severe weather that has swept across various states has not only unleashed significant quantities of rain, but also potentially triggered a surge in the proliferation of oversized pests referred to as floodwater mosquitoes. These formidable storms, characterized by their ferocity and destructiveness, have not only left a mark through their precipitation, but also possibly contributed to the rapid reproduction and spread of these particular mosquito species. Frequent in Oklahoma, floodwater mosquitoes, also known as gallinappers, have the remarkable ability to reach sizes up to 6 times greater than regular mosquitoes. Justin Talley, a livestock entomologist at Oklahoma State University Cooperative Extension, highlighted that although the disease risk associated with this specific type of mosquito is minimal, it poses a significant nuisance. In the realm of entomology, floodwater mosquitoes are often linked to causing extremely painful bites when they come into contact with humans. The size of these mosquitoes is noteworthy, making them more noticeable to individuals, particularly when the temperatures rise, as pointed out by Talley. The primary concern does not revolve around the transmission of diseases by these mosquitoes. Rather, it is the abundance of breeding grounds that facilitate their proliferation, with stagnant water serving as the ideal habitat for their reproduction. This intricate relationship between floodwater mosquitoes and their breeding sites underscores the importance of monitoring and managing standing water. Oklahoma experiences significant populations of floodwater mosquitoes during the months of May and June, particularly following periods of intense rainfall. To effectively minimize the presence of mosquitoes in the vicinity, it is crucial to eliminate any accumulated standing water around the premises. This preventive measure is fundamental in thwarting the breeding and proliferation of mosquitoes. When it comes to preventing water accumulation, it is crucial to inspect various locations where water could gather, including bird baths, garden containers, and even tree crevices. It is essential to ensure proper drainage of any standing water in these areas to reduce the risk of mosquito breeding grounds. In case stagnant water is unable to flow away from the premises, there are certain solutions accessible for addressing the issue. These solutions come in the form of products known as insect growth regulators, which can typically be administered in granular form using a conventional lawn fertilizer spreader. In essence, these regulators are designed to inhibit the growth and reproduction of insects, thereby helping to control population levels effectively. Standing water poses a significant risk as it can act as a prime location for mosquito breeding, as stated by Talley. Floodwater mosquitoes typically thrive in stagnant or minimally flowing water bodies found in wooded areas or alongside roads. The absence of movement in water bodies such as roadside ditches facilitates the ideal conditions for these mosquitoes to breed. Talley emphasized that in cases where water is stagnant, the risk of mosquito development is significantly higher compared to situations where there is a continuous flow of water, as moving water impedes the mating process for mosquitoes effectively. To minimize the risk of being bitten by a floodwater mosquito, there are several precautionary measures that can be taken. These steps are essential to reduce the likelihood of experiencing an unpleasant mosquito bite. In general, pests tend to exhibit increased activity during the evening hours and in areas with ample shade. Their propensity to bite extends not only to humans, but also to livestock and household pets. Engaging in outdoor pursuits calls for a prudent approach towards attire. It is advisable to opt for long-sleeve tops and full-length pants, particularly when indulging in outdoor activities. While it is true that floodwater mosquitoes possess the ability to penetrate clothing with their larger size, donning appropriate attire can serve as an initial protective barrier against their bite. Many people questioned whether these mosquitoes were genetically modified. Genetically modified organisms have been a subject of intense debate and scrutiny due to their potential impacts on the environment and human health. One area of concern is the unintended consequences of genetic modifications, which can lead to unforeseen changes in organisms' behavior and characteristics. In recent years, scientists have explored the possibility of using GMOs to control mosquito populations, particularly those that transmit deadly diseases such as malaria and dengue fever. However, there are concerns that GMOs designed to target mosquitoes could inadvertently result in unintended outcomes, such as larger mosquito populations. Mosquitoes are notorious vectors of disease, responsible for transmitting pathogens that cause illnesses such as malaria, dengue fever, Zika virus, and West Nile virus. Traditional methods of mosquito control, such as insecticides and mosquito nets, have had limited success in reducing mosquito populations and controlling disease transmission. As a result, scientists have turned to genetic engineering as a potential solution to combat mosquito-borne diseases. One approach involves creating genetically modified mosquitoes that carry a lethal gene or a gene that prevents them from transmitting pathogens to humans. These genetically modified mosquitoes are released into the wild where they mate with wild mosquitoes and pass on the modified genes to their offspring. Over time, the population of disease-carrying mosquitoes declines, reducing the risk of disease transmission to humans. While this approach holds promise for controlling mosquito-borne diseases, there are concerns about the unintended consequences of releasing genetically modified mosquitoes into the environment. One potential unintended consequence is the possibility of mosquitoes growing bigger as a result of genetic modifications. Genetic modifications intended to control mosquito populations could inadvertently affect their growth and development. For example, changes to genes involved in regulating growth hormone levels or metabolism could result in mosquitoes with altered body sizes. Larger mosquitoes may have longer lifespans, higher reproductive rates, and increased resistance to environmental stressors, potentially leading to larger mosquito populations in the long term. Additionally, genetic modifications aimed at enhancing the efficacy of mosquito control methods could inadvertently promote the survival and proliferation of larger mosquitoes. For example, mosquitoes that are genetically engineered to be resistant to insecticides may survive and reproduce more successfully than smaller, non-resistant mosquitoes, leading to the evolution of larger, pesticide-resistant mosquito populations. Furthermore, the release of genetically modified mosquitoes into the environment could disrupt ecosystems and food chains, leading to unforeseen ecological consequences. Larger mosquitoes may have different feeding behaviors and preferences, potentially altering their interactions with other organisms and affecting the dynamics of ecosystems. It is essential to thoroughly evaluate the potential risks and benefits of using GMOs to control mosquito populations before implementing large-scale release programs. Comprehensive risk assessments should consider the ecological, environmental, and public health implications of releasing genetically modified mosquitoes into the wild. At the heart of the ethical debate surrounding genetically modified animals are concerns about animal welfare, environmental impact, human health, and moral considerations. Critics argue that genetic modification raises significant ethical issues, including the potential for animal suffering, the disruption of natural ecosystems, and the unknown long-term consequences of altering genetic traits. One primary concern is the welfare of genetically modified animals and the potential for suffering and harm. Critics argue that genetic modification may cause unnecessary pain and distress to animals involved in experimentation or breeding programs. Alterations, leading to reduced quality of life or increased susceptibility to disease. Furthermore, there are concerns about the environmental impact of genetically modified animals, particularly regarding their potential to disrupt natural ecosystems. Critics argue that the release of genetically modified animals into the wild could lead to unintended consequences, such as the spread of modified genes to wild populations or the disruption of ecological balance. For example, genetically modified fish engineered for faster growth or increased resistance to disease could escape from aquaculture facilities and interbreed with wild populations, potentially altering the genetic diversity and behavior of native species. Another ethical consideration is the potential risks to human health associated with consuming products derived from genetically modified animals. Critics raise concerns about the safety of genetically modified animal products, including meat, milk, and eggs, arguing that insufficient research has been conducted to assess the long-term health effects of consuming genetically modified organisms. Additionally, there are concerns about allergenicity, antibiotic resistance, and other potential health risks associated with genetically modified animal products. From a moral perspective, some critics argue that genetic modification represents a form of exploitation or commodification of animals, treating them as mere means to an end rather than respecting their intrinsic value and welfare. They raise questions about the ethical implications of manipulating the genetic makeup of animals for human purposes, such as enhancing productivity or altering physical characteristics for aesthetic or commercial reasons. However, proponents of genetic modification argue that it offers numerous potential benefits, including improved agricultural productivity, disease resistance, and medical advancements. They contend that genetically modified animals have the potential to address pressing challenges, such as food insecurity, environmental degradation, and human health issues. For example, genetically modified animals engineered for enhanced disease resistance could reduce the need for antibiotics in livestock production, mitigating the spread of antibiotic-resistant bacteria and improving food safety. Likewise, genetically modified animals designed to produce valuable pharmaceutical proteins or organs for transplantation could revolutionize medical treatments and save lives. Proponents also emphasize the rigorous safety testing and regulatory oversight that governs the development and commercialization of genetically modified animals, ensuring that they meet strict safety standards and ethical guidelines. They argue that genetic modification has the potential to promote sustainability, animal welfare, and human health when used responsibly and ethically. As of right now, the presence of a mysterious green glowing object has captivated the attention of viewers around the world, caught by the cameras aboard the International Space Station. This mysterious anomaly has sparked intrigue and speculation, fueling imaginations with tales of cosmic mysteries and extraterrestrial encounters. The first reports of the mysterious green glowing object surfaced several weeks ago, when vigilant observers noticed peculiar flashes of light in the background of the International Space Station's live streams. Initially dismissed as camera artifacts or atmospheric phenomena, these sightings soon became too frequent and too distinct to ignore. Described as a vivid green orb or pulsating glow, the object appeared to move with purpose, defying conventional explanations and prompting further investigation. As word of the sighting spread across social media and online forums, amateur astronomers and UFO enthusiasts alike turned their attention to the live feed, hoping to catch a glimpse of the elusive phenomenon. And as of right now, clear video footage of the strange object has been captured. Speculation ran rampant as to the origin and nature of the anomaly. Some proposed natural explanations, citing the possibility of auroras or ionospheric disturbances causing the green glow. Others leaned towards extraterrestrial hypotheses, suggesting that the object could be a spacecraft of unknown origin conducting clandestine operations in Earth's orbit. There has been skepticism among individuals regarding the nature of the object in question, with debates arising as to whether it has a biological origin or if it could be associated with other peculiar occurrences observed in proximity to the International Space Station. As the mystery deepened, new sightings of the green glowing object continued to emerge, further fueling speculation and intrigue. Witnessed against the backdrop of Earth's curvature or framed against the backdrop of distant stars, the anomaly appeared to defy conventional laws of physics, evoking a sense of wonder and uncertainty. Despite efforts to explain it, the true nature of the green glowing object remained elusive, shrouded in mystery and speculation. As the sightings persisted, various theories have been put forward, each offering its own interpretation of the green glowing object's significance. The mystery of the green glowing object serves as a poignant reminder of the vastness and complexity of the universe we inhabit. In a realm where the boundaries between reality and imagination blur, where the unknown beckons with tantalizing allure, it is perhaps fitting that some mysteries remain unsolved, waiting to be revealed by the intrepid explorers of tomorrow. Mysterious waves discovered at the edge of the solar system. In a recent discovery, data was obtained from an interstellar boundary explorer that had been orbiting and collecting data in space over the last while. An explorer is a type of satellite capable of transgressing the boundaries of space and collecting data for scientists on Earth. That being said, this particular spacecraft was able to learn some interesting information as it discovered a pulsating structure in the heliopause. The heliopause is the region between the solar system and interstellar space. In the past, scientists had yet been able to collect much information on this region of space, but that has begun to change. The finding from this explorer brought scientists insight into how the boundary appears to be constantly changing over time. As of now, there have been 2 different Voyager explorers that could cross the heliopause and venture into interstellar space. These Voyagers have enabled scientists to obtain a better understanding of interstellar space and start to map the heliopause. However, they haven't been without issue, and further tools were needed to research the area. This led to the creation of NASA's Interstellar Boundary Explorer, the IBEX. This tool is used to measure the neutral atoms that are created by the sun's solar wind colliding with the interstellar wind. Some of the atoms during this collision are shot toward the Earth and can be measured by the IBEX. The collected data has made it easier for scientists to map the heliopause region. As a result, a team of scientists discovered that huge ripples or waves were happening within the heliopause. These waves were on the scale of tens of astronomical units. 1 astronomical unit is roughly the distance between the Earth and the Sun. These findings suggest that the heliopause is constantly changing, but they are not sure why. Nonetheless, this discovery is huge for the study of space and will hopefully lead to more answers in the near future. Scientists discover 2 dusty galaxies at the edge of the universe. 2 galaxies were discovered just beyond the edge of the universe. They formed over 13 billion years ago, which is just 8 million years after the Big Bang birthed the universe itself. The astonishing part is that they have been hidden all this time behind a thick cloud of dust. At the Research Institute of Science and Engineering at Waseda University and the National Astronomical Observatory of Japan, Emitaka, Tokyo, astronomer Yoshinobu Fujimoto led a team of scientists in discovering these galaxies. It was by sheer luck that some out-of-focus patterns of extra light emissions were spotted, while Fujimoto and his team, who have studied 40 other galaxies, were focused on 2 galaxies, Rebels 12 and Rebels 29. The extra light was coming from a location several thousand light-years further than the brighter galaxies the team had their attention on. The main tool used by Fujimoto's team, who are part of a program called Reionization Era Bright Emission Line Survey, was the Atacama Large Millimeter-Submillimeter Array. ALMA is an extra-sensitive interferometer that is capable of seeing across incredible distances and through dusty environments. One astonishing feature of ALMA is it has the ability to see objects in the cosmic dawn era when stars and galaxies first formed. The newly discovered galaxies have been named Rebels 12-2 and Rebels 29-2. They are invisible in UV and optical light. ALMA was able to pick them up because of its sensitivity to faraway infrared wavelengths. The discovery of these 2 galaxies points to the possibility that 1 in 5 galaxies at cosmic dawn are hidden by thick clouds of dust. It is suggested by Fujimoto and those working with him that a blind wide-area survey to find more galaxies hidden in this way should happen in the future. This will possibly add to or change the knowledge we have for models of star and galaxy formation during this notable time. It's a richly satisfying feeling to know that entire galaxies teeming with stars were already thriving 800 million ago at the very dawn of the universe. Powerful cosmic flash is likely neutron-star merger. Neutron stars have remained one of the more mysterious aspects of astronomy, but a recent discovery has led researchers to speculate that they might not be as rare as first believed. These celestial bodies known as neutron stars are interesting because of their incredibly high density compared to their very small radius. A typical neutron star measures only about 30 kilometers across, making them veritable specks in the wide expanse of space. Likely formed by the remnants of massive supernova explosions, they are composed of densely packed neutrons containing the mass of the entire Sun in such a small space. Occasionally, these neutron stars will combust in cataclysmic mergers that can be captured and studied via imaging technology, although it can be hard for researchers to determine whether an explosion was caused as a result of a neutron star collision or something else, such as a gamma-ray burst. However, new ways of capturing these explosions have shown researchers that perhaps neutron star mergers are much more common throughout the universe. After discovery of a neutron star collision that generated both light and gravitational waves, named GW 170817, was made in 2017, astronomers began to consider that there might be a new way of searching for these occurrences. Expanding upon Albert Einstein's theories regarding using ripples in spacetime to probe objects within the cosmos, an expansive multi-messenger astronomy project began which allowed researchers to combine gravitational wave technology and electromagnetic radiation to probe space in ways that had never been attempted before. Although GW 170817 was the first recorded neutron star merger, once these principles were employed in the study of other instances, they discovered that we had likely observed such mergers many times before without realizing exactly what they were. For example, a gamma-ray burst named GRB 150101b was recorded by NASA's Fermi Gamma Ray Space Telescope and confirmed by multiple other recordings, including the Hubble Space Telescope, the Chandra X-ray Observatory, and Neil Gehrels Swift Observatory. But now researchers looking at it with this new scientific lens believe that this explosion may have been the result of a collision between two neutron stars. Jeffrey Ryan with the University of Maryland at College Park and co-author of the study released a statement explaining the instance of mistaken identities, saying, "We may have a case of cosmic look-alikes. They look the same, act the same, and come from similar neighborhoods, so the simplest explanation is that they are from the same family of objects." If this is the case and explosions that were previously categorized as gamma-ray bursts may have been misidentified neutron star explosions, then the incidences of neutron stars are likely much less rare than researchers first believed. As Ryan said, this could hint at an entire category of objects that exist within the cosmos that have not yet been identified. Elena Trozier, lead author of the study, said, "Our discovery tells us that events like GW 170817 and GRB 150101b could represent a whole new class of erupting objects that turn on and off in X-rays and might actually be relatively common." Fellow co-author Henrik Van Orten continued, "We need more cases like GW 170817 that combine gravitational wave and electromagnetic data to find an example between a neutron star and black hole. Such a detection would be the first of its kind. Our results are encouraging for finding more mergers and making such a detection. Multi-messenger astronomy has allowed scientists to view space in an entirely new light, which will hopefully usher in a new era of new discoveries. Astronomers show what shock waves 60 times larger than the Milky Way look like. Cosmic collisions and grand, colorful explosions are a staple in space. Despite being a vacuum, space can be as colorful and bright as it is unknown and elusive. The larger and more spectacular the explosion or supernova, the more excited researchers become upon its discovery. Recently, a brand new burst of color and a spectacle transpired, an occurrence dating back to 1 billion years ago, still showcasing itself in the night skies. Despite the tremendous amount of time that has passed since its dawn, the spectacle is not only still very much visible, but it has been measured to be 60 times the size of our entire galaxy. This splendid shock wave occurred when two clusters of galaxies collided into what is known as a supercluster. Abell 3667, the name dubbed to the supercluster, is one of the most extraordinary events which we know of to have happened in the universe since the Big Bang. Professor Francesco de Gasperin of the University of Hamburg conducted various calculations, which proved Abell 3667 to have been insanely powerful. It is believed that Abell 3667 happened anywhere from 1 billion to 200 million ago. Regardless, the supercluster formed a shock wave of electrons which are still traveling at speeds of 1,500 kilometers a second, otherwise known as Mach 2.5. These particles, as they traverse the cosmos, pass the magnetic fields in space, which then are reflected back in radio waves. De Gasperin used these radio waves in his calculations alongside his colleagues. The research group used the up-and-coming Meerkat telescope that is building steady popularity within astronomical circles. However, radio waves could not provide them with enough information by themselves about the extent of the shock wave, as research was additionally conducted at the XXM Neutron X-ray Observatory to focus further on Abell 3667. The combined results from the various observatories helped scientists understand the situation and shock wave in a far better light than any prior speculation could have. According to de Gasperin, the galaxy clusters were much more complex than we initially thought. The shock waves themselves looked like filaments that traced the location of giant magnetic field lines. The full extent of their research is not yet known. Astronomers find mysterious cavity in space 500 light-years away. Astronomers have recently discovered an enormous cavity which they believe was the result of a stellar explosion millions of years ago. Described as a bubble-shaped void, they discovered the cavity between the Perseus and Taurus constellations. More precisely, it was found in a star-forming region, which is a cluster of gas and dust which to date scientists believe form from supernovas. Having mapped the Perseus-Taurus constellation star-forming region, data collected by the Gaia spacecraft revealed the huge cavity which previously went unnoticed by 2D mapping systems. Scientists had long been aware of this star region. The depth and thickness of the molecular clouds associated with the region had been a mystery for some time. There are a couple of current theories as to the presence of the void within the star-forming region. Either it is possible that a supernova exploded at the core of the bubble, pushing gas outwards and expanding the cavity, or a series of supernovae over the period of millions of years created and added to it over time. Although they may not know for sure what caused this phenomenon, scientists are well aware of how much more there is to learn about the region and supernova-related events in general. Discovering this void while trying to understand how gas and dust are released and rearranged during stellar explosions, they now want to turn their focus to the chain of events triggered by the ending of a star and the resulting supernova explosion. Hunga Tonga Hunga released the highest volcanic plume ever recorded. In January 2022, an enormous volcanic eruption took place from Hunga Tonga Hunga Apai. The columns this volcano created were 57 kilometers above sea level. This is the first volcanic eruption ever to breach the mesosphere, and it's one of the most extraordinary events ever recorded. The height was recorded by measuring the temperature at the top of the plume. Satellites are able to take infrared observations and measure temperature. In this case, the plumes from the eruptions went too high, and researchers could not rely on the temperature given by a satellite. Fortunately, they had a better idea and made the measurement based on parallax. They used the data from 3 geostationary weather satellites to observe the eruptions from different positions. This entailed taking images every 10 minutes to accurately record the event and get a correct reading of the height. This ingenious method for measuring the eruptions has rippled through the science community, and many others are excited to put it to use when analyzing future eruptions. Nonetheless, for the moment, this is the largest eruption that has ever been witnessed in recent human history. Second place goes to Mount Pinatubo in the Philippines. With this new knowledge, scientists are excited to find out more about this eruption and what may have caused it. Recent theories make the claim that it could be caused due to climate change and the impact humans are having on the environment. Meanwhile, others believe it's just a normal act of nature. Nonetheless, we will know more after understanding what the plume was composed of. In the vast expanse of the digital realm, where information flows freely and narratives unfold at the speed of light, occasional posts emerge that defy conventional explanation and challenge our understanding of the universe. One such post, circulating on social media platforms, has sparked widespread intrigue and debate, a claim that a UFO was sighted refueling at the sun. The post, accompanied by photos purportedly captured by a vigilant observer, depicts a peculiar object hovering near the sun's surface. Oddly enough, this is now the second time that this object has been seen at our sun. Its shape, reminiscent of a huge planet-like object, hovered in the blazing coronal glow. What sets this sighting apart, however, is the astonishing claim that the object is engaged in a remarkable feat, refueling directly from the sun. At first glance, such a notion may seem preposterous, defying the laws of physics and our understanding of celestial bodies. After all, the sun, a colossal ball of incandescent gas, burns at temperatures exceeding millions of degrees Celsius, emitting intense radiation and solar winds that would seemingly render any spacecraft's approach impossible, let alone refueling. Yet, the mysterious photograph captured by the anonymous observer appears to defy conventional wisdom, presenting a tantalizing glimpse into the unknown. As the post gains traction across social media platforms, theories and speculation abound. Some suggest that the object may be an extraterrestrial craft, harnessing advanced technology to draw energy from the sun's inexhaustible reservoir of power. Such a possibility raises profound questions about the nature of interstellar travel and the capabilities of civilizations beyond our own. Others propose more mundane explanations, invoking natural phenomena or optical illusions to account for the mysterious object's appearance. Nevertheless, the notion of a UFO refueling at the sun captures the imagination and stirs the collective curiosity of humanity. The user said that they were looking for anomalies, and during their search said that they noticed a significant circular unidentified object near the sun. This event raised curiosity and questions among observers due to its mysterious nature and proximity to such a central celestial body. Intriguingly, there have been multiple instances where recorded footage showcases a luminous spherical entity maneuvering in proximity to the sun. The exhibited object displayed motion that seemed to deviate from the typical patterns observed in natural celestial entities, leading to widespread conjecture regarding its source and characteristics. As an increasing amount of data and observations were gathered, the strange object began to unveil remarkable and perplexing features. Upon observation, a singular user has described the mysterious entity as featuring a substantial tentacle or arm extending directly into the sun. This peculiar statement suggests a profound connection between the mysterious object and the solar presence. Viewers who frequently observe the solar imagery have noted that these unusual objects defy conventional natural interpretations, such as coronal ejections. The observations made by those who saw this mysterious photograph suggest that these unidentified objects exhibit characteristics that cannot be explained using traditional explanations. The entity appeared to sustain a nearness to the solar surface, following a steady and consistent path in its orbit. Furthermore, this mysterious object displayed remarkable resistance to the intense heat and radiation emitted by the sun, prompting compelling inquiries into its characteristics and makeup. In-depth exploration of the mysterious emergence of a circular unidentified object in close proximity to the sun has spurred the development of multiple scientific hypotheses and theories. In-depth analysis by several experts suggested the potential occurrence of a natural event, speculating on possibilities like a massive coronal mass ejection or a distinctive solar prominence. The interpretations provided were promptly rejected by observers of the image because the object displayed a consistent and precisely controlled path, characteristics that deviate from the usual patterns observed in natural solar occurrences. This dismissal stemmed from the object's ability to maintain a stable and deliberate trajectory, showcasing behaviors that are uncommon in typical solar events. Speculations from another perspective suggested that the unidentified entity could potentially represent an innovative spacecraft dispatched from a remote civilization. The notion sparked doubt among researchers due to the absence of concrete proof supporting the existence of highly intelligent extraterrestrial beings. This skepticism arises from the fact that the existence of advanced life forms beyond Earth is still largely theoretical and not supported. Despite that, the intriguing potential of advanced visitation could not be completely disregarded, igniting a heightened curiosity in the phenomenon. In the annals of UFO sightings, few sightings capture the imagination and intrigue of enthusiasts quite like the Ezekiel's wool phenomenon, a purported UFO sighting reminiscent of the biblical description found in the Book of Ezekiel. What makes this sighting particularly compelling is its alleged documentation by the Solar Terrestrial Relations Observatory stereo camera, adding a layer of credibility to an already strange encounter. The Book of Ezekiel, part of the Hebrew Bible and the Old Testament of the Christian Bible, recounts the prophet Ezekiel's vision of a celestial chariot, a divine manifestation of God's presence in the form of a complex and intricate wheel within a wheel. The description, often interpreted metaphorically or symbolically, has also intrigued ufologists who see parallels between Ezekiel's vision and modern UFO sightings. The alleged sighting of a UFO resembling Ezekiel's will captured by the stereo camera adds a contemporary twist to this ancient mystery. The stereo mission, launched by NASA in February 2006, consists of two spacecraft, Stereo A and Stereo B, positioned in heliocentric orbits to study the sun and solar phenomena. Equipped with advanced imaging instruments, including coronagraphs and heliospheric images, the stereo spacecraft provide valuable data on solar activity and space weather. According to reports circulating within UFO circles, an anomalous object resembling Ezekiel's wheel was purportedly captured by one of the stereo spacecraft's imaging instruments during routine observations of the sun. The object, described as a luminous and intricate wheel-shaped craft, appeared to maneuver in close proximity to the sun, defying conventional explanations and prompting speculation about its origin and purpose. Proponents of the extraterrestrial hypothesis argue that the sighting represents compelling evidence of advanced alien technology and spacecraft visiting our solar system. They point to the anomalous behavior of the object, its resemblance to Ezekiel's wheel, and its apparent interaction with solar phenomena as indicators of intelligent design and extraterrestrial origin. Skeptics, on the other hand, offer alternative explanations for the purported sighting ranging from instrumental artifacts and image processing errors to natural phenomena, such as solar flares or coronal mass ejections. They emphasize the need for rigorous scientific analysis and scrutiny before jumping to conclusions about the nature of the observed object. Despite the skepticism surrounding the alleged Ezekiel's wheel sighting, its impact on the UFO community and broader public discourse about extraterrestrial phenomena cannot be overstated. The biblical imagery evoked by the description of the object resonates with religious and cultural beliefs, adding a layer of mystique and intrigue to an already captivating encounter. The purported sighting also raises important questions about the nature of UFO phenomena and their relationship to human spirituality, mythology, and folklore. As of right now, the alleged sighting of a UFO resembling Ezekiel's while captured by the stereo camera represents a fascinating convergence of ancient myth and modern technology. Whether viewed as evidence of extraterrestrial visitation, a product of human imagination, or a combination of both, the Ezekiel's will phenomenon continues to captivate the imagination of ufologists, scholars, and enthusiasts alike. The fascination with the sun as a potential point of interest for unidentified flying objects is not only a subject of speculation among ufologists, but also a theme explored in science fiction and popular culture. From the perspective that UFOs are real and genuine, several hypothetical reasons can be proposed to explain why extraterrestrial visitors might take an interest in Earth's sun. Firstly, the sun represents a potent source of energy and resources that could be of value to advanced civilizations traversing the cosmos. Just as humans have sought to harness solar energy for various purposes, extraterrestrial beings with advanced technology may have developed means to tap into the sun's vast energy reserves for propulsion, sustenance, or other unknown purposes. UFO sightings near the sun could be indicative of extraterrestrial activity aimed at harvesting or studying solar energy. Secondly, the sun serves as a gravitational anchor around which planets and celestial bodies orbit. Its gravitational influence extends far beyond the confines of the solar system, shaping the trajectories of comets, asteroids, and interstellar debris. For civilizations capable of interstellar travel, the sun could serve as a navigational beacon or gravitational waypoint, facilitating travel through space and providing reference points for interstellar navigation. UFO sightings near the sun may reflect the presence of extraterrestrial spacecraft, utilizing the sun's gravitational field for navigation or transit. Thirdly, the sun plays a crucial role in the habitability of Earth and other planets within the solar system. Its warmth and light sustain life on Earth, driving weather patterns, photosynthesis, and the global climate system. Advanced civilizations seeking to study or interact with Earth and its inhabitants may recognize the importance of the sun in supporting life and ecosystems. UFOs observed near the sun could be engaged in scientific research, environmental monitoring, or even terraforming activities aimed at modifying planetary conditions to support life. Fourthly, the sun emits powerful bursts of radiation and charged particles in the form of solar flares, coronal mass ejections, and solar wind. These solar phenomena have significant implications for space weather, telecommunications, and technological infrastructure on Earth. Advanced civilizations with the capability to manipulate or mitigate the effects of solar activity may be drawn to the sun as a natural laboratory for studying and harnessing its energetic output. UFO sightings near the sun could represent extraterrestrial attempts to monitor or manipulate solar phenomena for their own purposes. Fifthly, the sun occupies a central place in human mythology, spirituality, and cultural symbolism. Throughout history, diverse cultures have worshipped the sun as a deity, celestial monarch, or cosmic force of creation and destruction. UFO encounters near the sun could resonate with these cultural narratives, reflecting extraterrestrial interactions with human beliefs, rituals, and cosmologies. The notion of UFOs near the sun is not a recent phenomenon, but has been reported sporadically over the years by astronomers, amateur skywatchers, and space enthusiasts alike. These sightings, often captured by solar observation spacecraft or satellites like NASA's Solar and Heliospheric Observatory and the Solar Dynamics Observatory, depict anomalous objects traversing the sun's vicinity, defying conventional explanations and sparking intrigue. One of the most compelling aspects of these sightings is the apparent proximity of the UFOs to the sun's surface, raising questions about their origin, composition, and purpose. While skeptics may attribute these sightings to natural phenomena or instrumental artifacts, proponents of the extraterrestrial hypothesis argue that the characteristics of these objects defy conventional understanding and suggest intelligent design. The UFOs observed near the sun exhibit various shapes and behaviors ranging from luminous orbs and spheres to structured craft resembling classic depictions of flying saucers or triangular vessels. Some sightings depict objects appearing to interact with the solar corona, exhibiting maneuvers and trajectories that challenge our understanding of conventional propulsion systems and aerodynamics. One particularly intriguing aspect of these sightings is the apparent lack of concern for the sun's intense radiation and extreme temperatures. While conventional spacecraft would be incinerated or vaporized by the sun's heat, the UFOs observed near the sun appear to withstand these conditions effortlessly, suggesting advanced technology beyond our current capabilities. Speculation abounds regarding the origin and motives of these mysterious visitors. Some suggest that they may be probes or reconnaissance craft deployed by extraterrestrial civilizations to study our star and monitor developments in our solar system. Others propose more sinister motives, speculating that these UFOs may be monitoring or manipulating solar activity for unknown purposes. The implications of these sightings are profound, raising questions about humanity's place in the cosmos and the possibility of extraterrestrial contact. If UFOs are indeed visiting our solar system and observing our sun, what does this say about the nature of interstellar travel and the prevalence of intelligent life in the universe? As the debate rages on, fueled by new sightings and advances in technology, the search for answers continues. Scientists and astronomers around the world are studying these phenomena, analyzing data, and conducting research to unravel the mysteries of UFOs near the sun. Yet, despite our best efforts, many questions remain unanswered, leaving room for speculation and wonder. As of right now, the sightings of UFOs near the sun represent a tantalizing glimpse into the unknown, challenging our understanding of the cosmos and inspiring awe and wonder in those who contemplate the mysteries of the universe. Whether viewed as evidence of extraterrestrial visitation or dismissed as natural phenomena, these sightings remind us of the boundless possibilities of the cosmos and the enduring allure of the unknown. In the vast expanse of the universe, the search for planets capable of harboring life has captured the imagination of scientists, astronomers, and enthusiasts alike. While the existence of extraterrestrial life remains speculative, advances in exoplanet research have identified a growing number of celestial bodies with potential habitability. The concept of habitability revolves around a planet's ability to support liquid water, a prerequisite for life as we know it. This criterion is encapsulated in the concept of the habitable zone or Goldilocks zone, an orbital region around a star where conditions are neither too hot nor too cold for liquid water to exist on the planet's surface. Factors such as a planet's distance from its host star, its size, composition, and atmospheric conditions all influence its habitability. One of the most well-known candidates for potential habitability is Proxima Centauri b, an exoplanet orbiting Proxima Centauri, the closest star to the Sun. Located within the habitable zone of its star, Proxima Centauri b has garnered significant attention due to its proximity to Earth and the possibility of liquid water on its surface. However, its status as a potentially habitable world remains speculative, and further observations are needed to confirm its habitability. Another intriguing candidate is TRAPPIST-1e, one of several planets orbiting the ultra-cool dwarf star, TRAPPIST-1. TRAPPIST-1e is located within the habitable zone of its star and has a similar size and composition to Earth. Observations suggest that this planet may possess an atmosphere and could potentially harbor liquid water on its surface, making it an enticing target for future studies of exoplanet habitability. Kepler-186f is another exoplanet of interest in the search for habitable worlds. Situated within the habitable zone of its host star, this planet is roughly the size of Earth and orbits a red dwarf star located approximately 500 light-years away. While the precise conditions on Kepler remain uncertain, its discovery has fueled speculation about the prevalence of Earth-like planets in the galaxy and the potential for life beyond our solar system. In addition to these exoplanets, astronomers have identified numerous other candidates for potential habitability, including those orbiting other types of stars such as K-type and G-type stars. Recent advancements in telescope technology and observational techniques have expanded the search for exoplanets beyond our immediate cosmic neighborhood, opening up new possibilities for discovering potentially habitable worlds in distant star systems. While the search for habitable exoplanets continues to yield tantalizing discoveries, it is essential to acknowledge the challenges and limitations inherent in this endeavor. Detecting signs of life on distant planets poses significant technical and observational hurdles requiring innovative approaches and advanced instrumentation. Furthermore, the concept of habitability is inherently tied to our understanding of life as we know it, which is based on the biology and chemistry observed on Earth. It is entirely possible that life forms could exist in environments vastly different from those found on our planet, challenging traditional notions of habitability and pushing the boundaries of astrobiology. As of right now, the quest to identify planets capable of harboring life represents one of the most compelling and ambitious pursuits in modern astronomy. While the search is still in its infancy, recent discoveries have provided tantalizing glimpses into the diversity of exoplanetary systems and the potential for life beyond Earth. As technology advances and our understanding of the cosmos deepens, the search for habitable exoplanets will continue to drive scientific inquiry and inspire wonder about the possibility of life elsewhere in the universe. Sakhalin Island, situated off the eastern coast of Russia, is renowned for its rugged landscapes, rich biodiversity, and fascinating history. Yet, amid its natural wonders and cultural heritage, one strange legend stands out: the tale of the Sakhalin Island seawolf. The story of the Sakhalin Island seawolf dates back to February 2006, when Russian soldiers stationed on the island stumbled upon a bizarre and otherworldly creature washed ashore on its remote coastline. According to accounts from the time, the creature was unlike anything the soldiers had ever seen before, possessing a strange and unsettling appearance that defied explanation. Based on a scientific study, the skeletal analysis has revealed that the bones and teeth under scrutiny do not belong to a fish species. Contrary to initial assumptions, the remains do not align with those of a crocodile or alligator. Surprisingly, the skull structure bears resemblance to that of a canine, a stark deviation from the expected reptilian features. Moreover, the hind part of the creature corresponds to that of a fish, raising intriguing questions about its evolutionary lineage and anatomical peculiarities. Described as a massive creature with a sleek tail and possessing silver fur, the sea wolf struck an imposing figure as it lay sprawled on the sandy beach, its long sinewy limbs splayed out around it. Its presence elicited a mixture of awe and fear among the soldiers, who approached cautiously, unsure of what they had discovered. As word of the creature's discovery spread, rumors and speculation ran rampant among the island's inhabitants. Some believed it to be a mythical sea monster, while others speculated that it was a genetic mutation or an extraterrestrial being from another world. Yet, despite the myriad theories and conjectures, the true nature of the Sakhalin Island seawolf remained shrouded in mystery. Oddly enough, in the days that followed, it was reported that military helicopters took the specimen away in hopes of studying the mysterious creature and unlocking the secrets of its origin. However, no further update was given in regard to what the creature was and where it came from. As the scientific community debated the origins of the Sakhalin Island seawolf, local legends and folklore began to emerge, weaving tales of mysterious creatures said to inhabit off the coast of the island. Yet, despite skeptics saying that the creature is a whale, the true nature of the Sakhalin Island seawolf remained elusive. As quickly as it had appeared, the creature vanished from the public eye, leaving behind only whispers and speculation in its wake. In the years that followed, many suggested that the mysterious creature could have been a globster. Globsters, mysterious and perplexing entities that wash ashore on beaches around the world, have long captured the imagination of scientists, researchers, and curious onlookers alike. These mysterious masses of organic matter, often described as amorphous, gelatinous blobs, defy easy classification and have given rise to a plethora of theories and conjectures regarding their origins and nature. The term globster was coined in the late 1960s by Ivan T. Sanderson, a noted zoologist and cryptozoologist, to describe anomalous marine carcasses that defied conventional identification. These peculiar entities, often characterized by their massive size, unusual appearance, and lack of recognizable features, have since become the subject of intense scrutiny and speculation within the scientific community. One of the most famous globsters in history washed ashore on a beach in Tasmania in 1960. Dubbed the Tasmanian globster, this massive, gelatinous mass captivated onlookers and confounded experts with its bizarre appearance and unknown origin. Initial assessments suggested that it may have been a decomposing whale carcass, but further analysis revealed discrepancies that cast doubt on this explanation. Subsequent globster sightings have only added to the mystery surrounding these mysterious entities. From the St. Augustine monster discovered in Florida in 1896 to the Chilean blob found in Punta Arenas in 2003, globsters have continued to baffle and intrigue scientists and lay people alike with their inexplicable presence and perplexing characteristics. One of the most perplexing aspects of globsters is their apparent lack of identifiable features. Unlike typical marine carcasses, which often retain recognizable anatomical structures such as bones, fins, and scales, globsters are typically devoid of such characteristics, presenting instead as amorphous, shapeless masses of organic material. This lack of distinct features has led to a wide range of hypotheses regarding the true nature of globsters. Some researchers have proposed that they may be the remains of unknown or undiscovered species of marine animals, while others have suggested that they may be the result of natural processes such as decomposition or taphonomy. Another theory posits that globsters may be the result of human activities, such as pollution or military experiments that have altered the natural environment and led to the creation of these mysterious entities. While there is little concrete evidence to support this hypothesis, it remains a subject of speculation and debate among scientists and researchers. In recent years, advances in technology and analytical techniques have allowed scientists to gain new insights into the nature of globsters. DNA analysis, isotopic analysis, and other cutting-edge methods have provided valuable information about the composition and origin of these mysterious entities, shedding new light on their strange nature. Yet, despite these advancements, many questions remain unanswered. The true origin and nature of globsters continue to elude scientists, leaving them to ponder the mysteries of these perplexing entities and the secrets they may hold about the hidden depths of the ocean and the vast unknowns that lie beyond. The mysterious Trunco. Trunco, the cryptid sea creature that has captivated the imagination of cryptozoologists and enthusiasts alike, remains one of the most mysterious and elusive entities in the realm of unexplained phenomena. Described as a massive, furry, and trunked sea creature resembling a hybrid between a polar bear and an elephant, Trunco has been the subject of numerous sightings and reports, yet its existence continues to elude scientific validation. In the coastal town of Margate, South Africa, on October 25, 1924, a strange creature, affectionately dubbed as Trunco, made its mysterious appearance, triggering a wave of fascination and speculation among locals and beyond. The fascinating account of this event was chronicled in an article titled "Fish Like a Polar Bear" that graced the pages of London's esteemed Daily Mail on December 27, 1924. According to reports, Trunco was first sighted engaged in a dramatic confrontation with two formidable killer whales in the turbulent waters. The intense battle unfolded over a span of 3 gripping hours, during which the unusual creature astounded onlookers by skillfully deploying its powerful tail to fend off the relentless attacks of its adversaries. A remarkable feat attributed to Trunco was its ability to propel itself out of the water to an impressive height of approximately 20 feet. During its 10-day stay on Margate Beach, a mysterious creature emerged. Yet despite its presence, no scientific investigation was conducted on the carcass while it remained stranded. Consequently, a detailed and reliable description of the creature was never documented. And up until September 2010, it was widely believed that no photographs of the creature had ever been made public. There were unverified accounts from unidentified individuals who allegedly described the creature as having lustrous snowy white fur, an enormous elephant-like trunk, a tail reminiscent of a lobster, and a bloodless carcass. Beachgoers who encountered the creature attempted to measure it, revealing that it spanned a massive 47 feet or 14 meters in length, stood 10 feet or 3 meters wide, and towered 5 feet or 1.5 meters in height. Additional measurements included a trunk length of 5 feet, with a diameter of 14 inches, a 10-foot tail, and fur length of 8 inches. The lack of scientific inquiry, combined with the descriptions provided, shrouded the creature in mystery, leaving many perplexed by its peculiar characteristics and unexplained features. In the years that followed, additional sightings of Trunco were reported, further fueling the mystery surrounding this cryptid sea creature. Witnesses described encountering a similar creature in various locations around the world, including Australia and Antarctica, leading some researchers to speculate that trunco may be a migratory species with a wide-ranging habitat. One of the most intriguing aspects of trunco is its purported ability to withstand extreme conditions and exhibit remarkable physical prowess. Witnesses have reported observing trunco engaging in acrobatic feats, such as somersaults and backflips, as well as demonstrating incredible strength and agility in its interactions with other marine creatures. Despite the abundance of eyewitness accounts and anecdotal evidence, skeptics remain unconvinced of trunco's existence, citing the lack of concrete scientific evidence and the possibility of misidentification or hoaxes. Critics argue that many purported sightings of trunco can be attributed to known marine animals, such as whales, seals, or large fish, whose unusual behavior or appearance may have led to misinterpretation. However, proponents of trunco argue that the sheer volume and consistency of eyewitness reports lend credibility to the existence of this mysterious creature. They point to the similarities between various accounts and the absence of a known species that matches trunco's unique characteristics, suggesting that it may represent a previously undiscovered species or an evolutionary offshoot of a known marine animal. In recent years, advances in technology and research techniques have provided new opportunities for investigating the mystery of trunco. DNA analysis, satellite tracking, and underwater exploration have all been proposed as potential avenues for uncovering evidence of trunco's existence and shedding light on its biology and behavior. Despite these efforts, trunco remains a mystery, its existence shrouded in mystery and speculation. Whether trunco represents a real undiscovered species or merely a figment of the imagination, its legend continues to captivate the minds of cryptozoologists and enthusiasts around the world, inspiring curiosity and wonder about the hidden mysteries of the ocean depths. Until conclusive evidence is obtained, the true nature of trunco will remain a subject of debate and fascination, adding another layer of intrigue to the rich tapestry of cryptozoological lore. The United Arab Emirates is currently in the process of recovering from the aftermath of the most intense rainfall ever documented in the desert region, leading to widespread disorder and disruptions. However, there are concerns that the severe flooding experienced in Dubai and other areas might have been a result of human actions. The recent torrential downpour has left the nation grappling with significant challenges as it copes with the repercussions of the excessive rain. In the arid climate of the United Arab Emirates, where soaring temperatures are the norm, the country extensively utilizes cloud seeding as a vital technique. This process involves the deployment of aircraft that disperse salt flares into clouds, thereby accelerating the condensation process and stimulating precipitation, ultimately contributing to the replenishment of groundwater supplies. Flight tracking data examined by the Associated Press revealed that an aircraft linked to the United Arab Emirates cloud seeding initiatives circulated across the nation on the specific day of Sunday. Ahmed Habib, a meteorologist working at the National Center for Meteorology in the United Arab Emirates, shared with news outlets that multiple seeding missions were conducted prior to the unusual rainfall that caused significant disruptions in Dubai. The discussion surrounding this process has intensified, prompting the National Center of Meteorology to respond to inquiries by news outlets with a clarification. Contrary to earlier reports, the National Center of Meteorology negated allegations of conducting seeding before the severe Dubai floods. According to the National Center of Meteorology statement to news outlets, although they initially indicated that the operation occurred on Tuesday, one day prior to the storm, they later confirmed that seeding activities actually occurred on both Sunday and Monday. The alarming footage circulating on social media platforms depicted a harrowing scene where cars became inundated with water, compelling numerous drivers to desert their vehicles and seek refuge by swimming to safety. Several of the vehicles were immersed entirely, their roofs barely visible above the water's surface, showcasing the severity of the flooding incident. The unprecedented deluge left a trail of chaos and disruption, highlighting the vulnerability of both individuals and property in the face of natural calamities. In the midst of chaos, a few affluent car owners who were behind the wheels of opulent vehicles boasted about effortlessly maneuvering through the mayhem, claiming to have floated through it. However, the majority experienced a different fate as their cars came to a halt, unable to navigate through the floodwaters. Rainwater entered residences, displacing inhabitants who were compelled to evacuate to elevated buildings for safety as their houses were inundated. This natural inundation forced individuals to vacate their homes, seeking refuge in higher structures on the streets. The devastating floods inundated not only the airport, but also numerous nearby roads, resulting in the cancellation of numerous flights as passengers crowded into the concourse seeking refuge from the heavy rainfall. The overwhelming deluge caused widespread havoc, disrupting travel plans and inundating infrastructure. The nation's traditional leaders failed to provide any comprehensive updates on the extent of damage or injuries affecting the country, while reports surfaced of individuals having to spend the night in their submerged vehicles on Tuesday. The lack of detailed information from the hereditary rulers left many uncertain about the situation's severity. In Ras Al Khaimah, which is situated as the northernmost emirate of the country, authorities reported a tragic incident where a 70-year-old individual lost his life after his vehicle was carried away by the force of floodwaters. The video shared on social media this morning presented a remarkable time-lapse sequence capturing the gradual arrival of thunderstorms. As the dark clouds gathered and the sky transformed into a deep shade of black, the cityscape slowly faded from view under the impending sheet of rain. This mesmerizing footage depicted the unfolding of nature's power as the storm enveloped the urban landscape. Some analysts contended that the phenomenon of cloud seeding should not be attributed as the primary cause of the flooding events, citing that specialists have approximated that this method has the capability to augment the annual precipitation levels by a moderate range of 10 to 30%. Following their analysis, the experts didn't attribute the severe flooding in Dubai to the city's inadequate drainage systems. Rather, they proposed that an anomalous weather pattern was en route to the area, indicating a predisposition towards adverse weather conditions. In a comprehensive and in-depth analysis by Professor Giles Harrison, an expert in atmospheric physics at the University of Reading, it was pointed out that while the United Arab Emirates engages in operational seeding, the effectiveness of this practice differs significantly from the recent rainfall in Dubai. The seeding in the United Arab Emirates involves targeting specific developing clouds by dispersing seeding materials from aircraft. However, the rainfall experienced in Dubai was attributed to a large weather system moving across the region. The distinction lies in the methods and outcomes of these two weather modification approaches. Seeding aims to enhance precipitation by manipulating cloud formation, while the substantial rainfall in Dubai was a result of natural weather patterns. In a collaborative statement, Professor Martin Ambaum, a colleague of his, emphasized the presence of an active seeding initiative in the United Arab Emirates aimed at augmenting rainfall in the region's arid landscape. However, it was highlighted that current technological capabilities do not permit the generation or substantial alteration of such rainfall occurrences. This in-depth perspective underscores the existing efforts to influence precipitation patterns in the region through seeding practices. The precipitation commenced in the latter part of Monday, drenching the desert terrain and streets of Dubai with approximately 1 inch of rainfall, as per meteorological records obtained at Dubai International Airport. The meteorological disturbances escalated significantly at approximately 9 in the morning local time on Tuesday and persisted relentlessly all through the day, unleashing a deluge of additional precipitation and hail upon the already inundated city. During the course of Tuesday, Dubai experienced a substantial amount of rainfall, with the city receiving over 6 inches of precipitation within a span of 24 hours. Dubai International Airport, renowned as the world's busiest airport for international travel and a key hub for the prestigious long-haul carrier Emirates, typically receives an average annual rainfall of 3.7 inches. In the early hours of the morning, an organized effort to remediate the situation was observed as tanker trucks were seen navigating through the streets and highways, diligently working to extract and dispose of the accumulated water. As the ongoing cleanup operation persists, the authorities made the decision to close schools and implemented a remote work policy by the government. Dubai's tourism officials issued a cautionary advisory to travelers, advising them to steer clear of the airport premises due to the unprecedented deluge that inundated the area with rainfall equivalent to more than a year and a half within a remarkably short span of time. This unexpected weather phenomenon has left the airport and its surroundings significantly affected. After posting on the social media platform X, known as Twitter in the past, the airport communicated that the recovery process following the challenges faced would require a significant amount of time. The message expressed gratitude towards the audience for their patience and comprehension during this period of resolving the issues. The recently unveiled video recordings depict scenes within the airport premises, which is renowned as the globe's most bustling hub for international travel. The footage captures a poignant sight of some travelers resorting to sleeping on the hard airport floor, while others face the unfortunate situation of being denied entry to the terminal for reasons undisclosed. The stagnant water gently rippled on the taxiways as airplanes approached for landing, leading to the authorities making the decision to shut down the airport entirely for nearly an hour on the previous day. After swiftly reopening the facility, the schedule has spiraled into disarray, causing disruptions to dozens more flights. The communication disseminated by the authorities managing Dubai Airport emphasized the recommendation that individuals refrain from visiting the airport unless their presence is deemed absolutely essential. It was conveyed on social media to notify the public about the ongoing situation at the airport, where flights are experiencing continued delays and diversions. Witnesses present at the airport on the evening of Tuesday observed a scene where every seat in the waiting area was occupied, leaving no empty spaces. Travelers, seemingly in a state of desperation, settled in for a prolonged night ahead. The primary airport that handles the highest volume of international travelers globally announced a temporary suspension of incoming flights at approximately 3:30 in the afternoon and later declared a phased reinstatement more than 2 hours afterward. As individuals stood beyond the confines of the airport, visual content captured by those stranded in the drenched surroundings depicted scenes reminiscent of a post-apocalyptic realm. In a recent incident, a small group of courageous individuals found themselves in a challenging situation as they sat perched on the roofs of their vehicles, braving the harsh weather conditions under the cover of the dark night sky. However, a larger number of people made the difficult decision to leave their cars behind and opt for swimming towards safety. Every year, the detrimental effects of adverse weather conditions create widespread chaos across infrastructure on a global scale, resulting in substantial harm and disturbances to societies, financial systems, and the ecological balance. Various forms of severe weather phenomena such as intense hurricanes, destructive tornadoes, relentless downpours, and paralyzing blizzards contribute significantly to the profound and extensive implications of extreme climatic occurrences. Bad weather can have a profound impact on infrastructure, manifesting primarily in physical harm to various structures such as buildings, roads, bridges, and essential facilities. The detrimental effects are immediate and conspicuous. For instance, strong winds have the potential to uproot trees and knock down power lines, disrupting the utility services. Moreover, intense rainfall has the capacity to trigger landslides and floods, putting the stability of roads and bridges at risk and eroding critical transportation connections. Along coastal regions, the threat escalates with storm surges induced by hurricanes and tropical storms, leading to submerging of low-lying infrastructure. This inundation results in extensive destruction, creating widespread havoc and jeopardizing both lives and property. Recurring weather-related incidents can have a compounding effect on infrastructure, causing gradual wear and heightened susceptibility to upcoming dangers. Over time, structures like dams and levees, as they near the end of their planned lifespan, may lose their ability to withstand extreme weather conditions. This diminished resilience poses a greater threat of potential collapse and extensive damage. The long-term exposure to various weather challenges weakens the infrastructure's capacity to endure, making it more prone to failure and widespread impacts in the face of severe events. As infrastructure ages, its ability to weather storms diminishes, rendering it more helpless against the forces of nature and paving the way for potential calamity. Adverse weather conditions not only result in physical harm, but also have the potential to disrupt critical services like electricity, water supply, and communication networks, intensifying the consequences of severe events on both societies and economies. Instances such as power blackouts, which are often triggered by fallen power lines or infrastructure damage, can incapacitate numerous individuals by depriving them of power for extended periods ranging from days to weeks, causing disruptions in routine activities, impeding emergency response operations, and presenting significant threats to public well-being and safety. Such scenarios underscore the intricate interplay between harsh weather phenomena and the vulnerability of essential infrastructure, underscoring the profound implications for communities and economic structures. Damage to water and wastewater systems during disasters can have severe implications, jeopardizing the availability of safe drinking water and sanitation services. This situation elevates the likelihood of waterborne illnesses and various health threats. Additionally, disruptions in communication infrastructure can further exacerbate the crisis by hindering the dissemination of vital information. Such interruptions impede the coordination of rescue operations and impairs post-disaster recovery efforts significantly. The economic repercussions arising from infrastructure damage caused by adverse weather conditions are immense, reaching billions of dollars on an annual basis. As per the data provided by the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, the United States grapples with infrastructure destruction costs amounting to tens of billions of dollars each year due to severe weather occurrences like hurricanes, tornadoes, floods, and wildfires. These expenditures encompass not only the direct outlays linked to repairing and reconstructing the impaired infrastructure, but also encompass indirect expenses such as diminished productivity, disruptions in business operations, and declining property values. The financial toll incurred as a result of weather-related damage is a significant concern globally, impacting economies, communities, and individuals alike. The monetary strain arising from such calamities highlights the critical need for proactive measures to mitigate the escalating costs and safeguard infrastructure resilience in the face of increasingly unpredictable climate conditions. Weather-related infrastructure damage can have far-reaching economic repercussions in the long run, significantly impacting regional economies and national competitiveness. To illustrate, when transportation networks face disruptions, it can hinder the smooth movement of goods and services, resulting in disruptions in the supply chain. This, in turn, leads to decreased productivity, increased operational costs for both businesses and consumers, and a potential loss of competitiveness on a broader scale. The consequences extend beyond immediate financial burdens, influencing the overall economic stability and growth trajectory of a region or a nation. In light of the escalating risk posed by weather-induced harm to infrastructure, various entities such as governments, communities, and private organizations are progressively channeling resources into fortifying resilience and adaptation strategies aimed at curbing the ramifications of severe weather occurrences. The phenomenon now, many people are saying that the total solar eclipse delivered, but not in the way that some expected. Thousands of people have uploaded mysterious photographs showing unidentified objects. Videos were posted to the UFO subreddit, where others shared their personal experience about witnessing mysterious objects during the total solar eclipse. Interestingly, some suggested that there wasn't any particular spike in sightings, but explained that due to more eyes being on the sky, more people were able to capture evidence of strange objects. However, some users did say that the increase in UFO sightings was due to the total solar eclipse, adding that events like this have often coincided with an increase in eyewitness accounts. Celestial events like solar eclipses, when the sky darkens and the sun's corona becomes visible, observers may witness not only the breathtaking beauty of the natural phenomenon, but also peculiar sightings of unidentified flying objects. During yesterday's eclipse, witnesses reported sightings of 3 distinct types of UFOs: a triangle-shaped craft, a disc-shaped object, and a spinning silver orb. These sightings captured the imagination of onlookers and sparked intrigue about the mysterious phenomena observed during the celestial event. The first UFO sighted during the solar eclipse was a triangle-shaped craft. Witnesses described it as a large black object with 3 distinct points forming a triangular shape. The craft moved silently and smoothly across the sky, contrasting starkly against the backdrop of the darkened sun. Its triangular configuration and silent propulsion system puzzled observers, who were unable to identify any conventional aircraft or known celestial objects that resembled it. The sighting of the triangle-shaped UFO during the solar eclipse left witnesses questioning the origin and nature of the mysterious craft. The second UFO observed during the solar eclipse was a disc-shaped object. Witnesses reported seeing a metallic saucer-like craft hovering in the sky, its surface reflecting the sunlight in glimmering flashes. Unlike conventional aircraft, the disc-shaped UFO exhibited erratic movements, darting back and forth across the sky with remarkable speed and agility. Some witnesses even claim to have seen strange symbols or markings etched onto the surface of the craft, further adding to the mystery surrounding its origin and purpose. The sighting of the disc-shaped UFO during the solar eclipse raised questions about the existence of extraterrestrial intelligence and advanced aerospace technologies. The third UFO spotted during the solar eclipse was a spinning silver orb. Witnesses described it as a luminous sphere of light shimmering and rotating gracefully against the backdrop of the darkened sun. The spinning silver orb emitted a soft, pulsating glow, captivating observers with its mesmerizing display. Unlike the triangle-shaped and disc-shaped UFOs, the spinning silver orb appeared to move with a sense of purpose and intention, as if guided by an intelligent force. Its mysterious behavior and ethereal appearance left witnesses awestruck, contemplating the possibility of encountering otherworldly beings or phenomena during celestial events like solar eclipses. The sightings of these three distinct types of UFOs during the solar eclipse sparked widespread fascination and debate among astronomers, ufologists, and the general public. Some skeptics attributed the sightings to natural phenomena or optical illusions, dismissing them as mere coincidences or figments of imagination. However, many witnesses remained convinced of the reality of their experiences, citing the unusual characteristics and behaviors exhibited by the observed UFOs. The solar eclipse provided a rare opportunity for observers to witness celestial events and phenomena that transcend the boundaries of conventional understanding. While individuals interested in the unknown and the scientific community continues to study and analyze the data collected during solar eclipses, the sightings of triangle-shaped, disc-shaped, and spinning silver UFOs serve as a reminder of the mysteries that lie beyond the realm of human knowledge. One possible explanation for the increase in UFO sightings during total solar eclipses is the heightened public attention and scrutiny of the sky. The phenomenon of increased UFO sightings during total solar eclipses presents a fascinating intersection of cosmic events and potential mysterious encounters. From the perspective that UFO sightings are real and genuine, several compelling factors contribute to this intriguing correlation, shedding light on the mysterious connection between celestial phenomena and unidentified aerial phenomena. Firstly, total solar eclipses create unique atmospheric conditions that may facilitate the appearance of UFOs or other unidentified aerial phenomena. As the moon passes between the Earth and the Sun, casting a shadow across the land, the sudden change in lighting and atmospheric dynamics can create a surreal backdrop for potential UFO sightings. The darkened sky during totality provides a stark contrast against any anomalous objects or lights, making them more visible and conspicuous to observers on the ground. Moreover, the heightened public attention and anticipation surrounding total solar eclipses serve to amplify the likelihood of UFO sightings being reported and documented. Millions of people flock to prime viewing locations to witness this rare celestial event, armed with cameras and telescopes to capture the spectacle. The collective gaze of the public turned towards the sky increases the chances of spotting anything unusual or out of the ordinary, including potential UFOs traversing the heavens. Additionally, the psychological impact of witnessing a total solar eclipse can influence people's perceptions and interpretations of aerial phenomena. The awe-inspiring spectacle of the sun being obscured by the moon, plunging the world into darkness, evokes a sense of wonder and vulnerability in observers. In such heightened emotional states, individuals may be more receptive to the possibility of encountering extraterrestrial visitors or witnessing unexplained aerial phenomena. Furthermore, the symbolic significance of total solar eclipses as cosmic events may attract the attention of advanced civilizations or interstellar travelers monitoring our planet from afar. The alignment of celestial bodies during an eclipse may serve as a cosmic beacon, drawing the interest of intelligent beings from distant star systems or dimensions. In this scenario, UFO sightings during total solar eclipses could represent deliberate attempts at contact or observation by extraterrestrial visitors. Another intriguing possibility is that total solar eclipses provide a natural cover or camouflage for UFO activity, allowing advanced spacecraft to operate undetected amidst the chaos and spectacle of the eclipse. The sudden darkness and disruption to normal routines during totality may provide opportune moments for clandestine reconnaissance or surveillance missions conducted by extraterrestrial beings or their representatives. Moreover, The historical association of solar eclipses with significant events and celestial omens in various cultures and mythologies may lend credence to the idea that such cosmic alignments attract the attention of otherworldly beings. Ancient civilizations regarded eclipses as portents of change or harbingers of divine intervention, attributing supernatural significance to these celestial phenomena. From this perspective, UFO sightings during total solar eclipses may be interpreted as manifestations of cosmic intelligence or celestial guardianship. As of right now, the increase in UFO sightings during total solar eclipses presents a tantalizing enigma that invites further exploration and investigation. From the perspective that UFOs are real and genuine, the convergence of cosmic events and potential extraterrestrial encounters during eclipses offers a compelling glimpse into the mysteries of the cosmos. Whether these sightings represent chance occurrences, psychological phenomena, or deliberate attempts at contact by advanced civilizations, the phenomenon of UFOs during total solar eclipses continues to captivate the imagination and fuel speculation about humanity's place in the universe. Triangle-shaped UFOs, commonly known as triangular UFOs, have captivated the interest of those immersed in the field of ufology for many years. These mysterious aerial occurrences, distinguished by their unique triangular structure, have captured the attention of observers globally, igniting discussions and hypotheses regarding their source, intent, and possible implications. The sightings of these anomalous triangular objects have been a frequent topic of discussion amongst enthusiasts, researchers, and skeptics, with debates spanning various theories and interpretations. These mysterious phenomena continue to generate intrigue and curiosity, prompting a deeper exploration into the nature of these triangular unidentified flying objects and what their purpose is. Triangle UFOs are known for their distinctive and meticulously crafted triangular structure, typically being equilateral or isosceles in shape, featuring luminous lights at each vertex and occasionally a more prominent central light source. Witnesses often describe these objects as sizable, noiseless vehicles that can hover or streak through the sky at remarkable speeds, displaying exceptional agility and control. Numerous testimonies of triangle UFO encounters have been recorded worldwide and throughout various historical eras, indicating a widespread phenomenon that traverses cultural and national boundaries, sparking curiosity and intrigue among investigators and enthusiasts. This cryptic yet captivating aerial mystery continues to pique interest and prompt discussions among those fascinated by the mysteries of the unknown. During the late 20th century, specifically in the period known as the Belgian UFO wave, triangle-shaped UFOs were notably documented, marking one of the earliest such incidents. This phenomenon unfolded between 1989 and 1990, captivating the attention of numerous eyewitnesses who recounted seeing these immense triangular objects adorned with luminous lights drifting noiselessly across the skies of Belgium. Intriguingly, the Belgian Air Force delved deeply into these reports, launching thorough investigations aimed at unraveling the mystery surrounding these unconventional aerial sightings. Despite their concerted efforts, the authorities failed to offer a conventional rationale or explanation for the presence of these strange objects, which in turn triggered widespread conjecture regarding the potential extraterrestrial origins of these triangle UFOs. Scientists have just revealed that two massive 600-mile megastructures have been detected inside our planet. Seismic wave data analysis has uncovered extensive formations located approximately 2,900 kilometers below Earth's surface, precisely at the juncture where the Earth's molten core meets the solid mantle. Do-Yun Kim and his research team at the University of Maryland have conducted a thorough analysis of data gathered from numerous significant earthquakes. Their study has unveiled a previously undiscovered geological feature lying beneath the volcanic Marquesas Islands, situated in the expanse of the South Pacific Ocean. This newly identified structure, termed as an ultra-low velocity zone, spans an impressive diameter of approximately 1,000 kilometers or 620 miles. Ultra-low velocity zones, known for their slower passage of seismic waves, remain shrouded in mystery regarding their composition. The intriguing aspect lies in the uncertainty surrounding whether these zones possess a chemical makeup distinct from that of Earth's iron-nickel alloy core and silicate rock mantle or exhibit varying thermal characteristics. Currently, the exact nature and components of these structures continue to evade scientific understanding. In an extensive study, scientists unraveled the configuration through a meticulous examination of 7,000 datasets documenting seismic movements originating from earthquakes in the vicinity of the Pacific Ocean basin spanning from 1990 to 2018. All these seismic events had a magnitude exceeding 6.5 on the Richter scale and originated at depths surpassing 200 kilometers beneath the Earth's surface. This thorough investigation shed light on the intricacies of the seismic activities occurring within this region during the specified time frame. The research team conducted a detailed analysis of echoes produced by shear waves, a particular type of seismic wave, while they traversed the interface between the Earth's core and mantle. Discerning between the shear wave echoes and random noise on a single seismogram posed a significant challenge. To tackle this issue, the researchers leveraged a sophisticated machine learning algorithm that was originally developed for detecting patterns within vast datasets in the field of astronomy. This innovative approach allowed them to discern subtle trends and anomalies within the seismic data, opening up new possibilities for understanding the complexities of the Earth's interior structure and dynamics. Through the concurrent examination of a multitude of shear waves, a profound discovery surfaced concerning a massive formation lying beneath the Marquesas Islands. Furthermore, the research team uncovered that the ultra-low velocity zone previously identified below Hawaii extends significantly beyond initial estimations, indicating a larger expanse than initially ascertained. Studying the Earth's mantle holds significant importance, as stressed by Kim, due to its potential to provide insights into the evolution and transformations of the planet's structures throughout various epochs. Kim highlights the Earth's mantle as the region where convection processes take place, serving as the principal driver for phenomena such as hot-spot volcanism and the movement of lithospheric plates. Identifying ultra-low velocity zones serves as a crucial tool in unraveling the mysterious origins of certain volcanoes that potentially stem from deep within the Earth, shedding light on the mysterious composition of Earth's lower mantle. The ultra-low velocity zone is one of the most mysterious and least understood regions within the Earth's mantle. Despite its significance in shaping the planet's geodynamic processes, our knowledge about these zones remains limited, sparking scientific intrigue and prompting further investigation. Ultra-low velocity zones are anomalous regions found deep within the Earth's mantle, located just above the core mantle boundary. These zones exhibit seismic velocities significantly slower than the surrounding mantle, making them distinct features within the Earth's interior. While these zones have been identified using seismic tomography, which maps the Earth's interior using seismic waves, their exact composition, structure, and formation mechanisms remain poorly understood. One of the primary reasons for our limited understanding of ultra-low velocity zones is their inaccessible location deep beneath the Earth's surface. Situated approximately 2,900 kilometers beneath the Earth's crust, these zones are beyond the reach of direct observation and exploration. Consequently, scientists rely on indirect methods, such as seismic imaging and mineral physics experiments, to infer properties of ultra-low velocity zones. Seismic observations have provided valuable insights into the existence and distribution of ultra-low velocity zones. By analyzing the behavior of seismic waves as they pass through the Earth's interior, scientists have detected regions of anomalously low seismic velocities consistent with these zones. These observations suggest that they may play a crucial role in influencing the propagation of seismic waves and the dynamics of mantle convection. Despite these advancements, significant gaps remain in our understanding of this area. One of the key challenges is determining the composition and mineralogy of ultra-low velocity zones. While various hypotheses have been proposed, including the presence of dense minerals such as iron-rich silicates or the accumulation of subducted oceanic crust and sediments, conclusive evidence is lacking. Without direct sampling or imaging of this region, confirming their composition remains a daunting task. The Earth's core, located beneath the rocky mantle and outer crust, is one of the most mysterious and least accessible regions of our planet. Comprising primarily iron and nickel, the core plays a fundamental role in shaping Earth's geophysical processes and magnetic field. Despite its significance, our understanding of the Earth's core remains limited, and many mysteries persist. The Earth's core is divided into two distinct regions, the outer core and the inner core. The outer core, composed primarily of liquid iron and nickel, extends from a depth of about 2,890 kilometers to 5,100 kilometers beneath the Earth's surface. Beneath the outer core lies the inner core, a solid metallic sphere with a radius of approximately 1,200 kilometers. One of the primary methods used to study the Earth's core is seismic tomography, which involves analyzing the behavior of seismic waves as they travel through the Earth's interior. By monitoring the arrival times and paths of seismic waves generated by earthquakes, scientists can infer properties of the core, such as its composition, density, and temperature distribution. Seismic studies have revealed valuable insights into the structure and dynamics of the Earth's core. For example, seismic waves travel at different velocities depending on the material they pass through, allowing scientists to distinguish between the solid inner core and the liquid outer core. Additionally, seismic observations have provided evidence of density variations and seismic anomalies within the core, shedding light on its complex internal structure. Another method used to study the Earth's core is geomagnetic field analysis. Earth's magnetic field is generated by the motion of molten iron in the outer core, a process known as the geodynamo mechanism. By monitoring changes in Earth's magnetic field over time, scientists can infer properties of the core, such as its composition, conductivity, and fluid dynamics. Despite these advancements, many mysteries surrounding the Earth's core remain unresolved. One of the key challenges is determining the exact composition of the core and understanding its behavior under extreme conditions of temperature and pressure. While experiments conducted under high pressure and high temperature conditions provide valuable insights, direct sampling of the core is beyond the reach of current technology. Another mystery of the Earth's core is the origin of Earth's magnetic field reversals, which occur irregularly over geological timescales. These reversals involve a weakening and reversal of the magnetic field polarity, with the magnetic north and south poles swapping positions. While the geodynamo mechanism provides a plausible explanation for the generation of Earth's magnetic field, the exact processes leading to magnetic field reversals remain poorly understood. Furthermore, the dynamics of the Earth's core are influenced by complex interactions between convective motions, thermal gradients, and chemical processes. Understanding these dynamics is crucial for predicting changes in Earth's magnetic field and seismic activity. However, modeling the behavior of the core requires sophisticated numerical simulations and high-performance computing resources, presenting significant challenges for researchers. The USS Stein monster is a mysterious and unexplained phenomenon that occurred in the Pacific Ocean in 1976. The incident has become one of the most famous examples of alleged encounters with unidentified underwater objects and continues to be the subject of speculation and debate to this day. The USS Stein was a United States Navy destroyer that was conducting routine operations in the Pacific Ocean in 1976. According to reports, the crew of the ship began to experience strange phenomena while on patrol. In 1978, the USS Stein, which was classed as a frigate by the United States Navy, experienced a sudden emergency that caused it to divert its route towards its home base. The radar system responsible for detecting submarine threats stopped functioning abruptly. The ship made its way to dry dock in order to ascertain the cause of the malfunction, with crew members noting that it was likely related to the huge dome that was attached to the front of the ship's hull. Crew members said that this dome weighed over 59,000 pounds. Upon examination of the sonar dome, the engineers discovered an unexpected development. The rubber coating on the dome had been completely torn, causing approximately 8% of the surface to be covered in large tears. According to a Navy publication at the time, the damage caused by something of significant power was so severe that some of the gashes were up to 4 feet long. The huge cuts were so big that Navy biologist F.G. Wood was asked to examine the coating in order to explain what had happened. Upon inspection, he observed that the dome's cuts were very deep and concluded that the markings matched that of a massive squid. The issue with this explanation is that in order for these cuts to have been created by a squid, the creature in question had to be around 45 meters or 150 feet long. The Navy publication further added that the creature's huge size has never been seen before by scientists, but did say that this could have been an undiscovered species. As of right now, the largest squid species is the giant squid. These deep-sea creatures are known for their massive size, with some individuals reaching lengths of up to 43 feet or 13 meters and weights of up to 600 pounds. The giant squid has a reputation as a fearsome predator with long, powerful tentacles and sharp beaks that allow it to capture and consume a wide variety of prey, including fish, crustaceans, and other squid. Despite their size and power, however, giant squids are notoriously elusive, with very little known about their behavior or life cycle in the wild. The first recorded sighting of a giant squid by humans was in 1673, off the coast of Norway. The sighting was made by a group of sailors who observed a large mysterious creature attacking their ship. The creature was described as having long, tentacle-like arms and a large, bulbous head, and was said to be so large that it could wrap its arms around the ship. Over the years, there have been many other reported sightings of giant squids, although few have been confirmed or documented. In some cases, giant squids have been found washed up on beaches, providing scientists with valuable specimens for study. In other cases, giant squids have been captured by fishermen or deep-sea researchers, providing an opportunity to study the creatures up close. Despite these occasional encounters, however, much about the biology and behavior of giant squids remains a mystery. Their deep-sea habitat and elusive nature make them difficult to study, and many questions remain unanswered about their life cycle, behavior, and role in the ocean ecosystem. Those who investigated the large markings found on the USS Stein's sonar dome suggested that the squid responsible for causing them was likely one of the largest specimens swimming around in the ocean. Others suggested that the squid responsible may have had an extreme deep-sea gigantism. Deep-sea gigantism is a phenomenon that refers to the tendency of some marine animals to grow to larger sizes in the deep sea than their counterparts in shallower waters. This trend has been observed in a wide range of species, from giant squid and octopuses to certain species of crustaceans and fish. There are several factors that may contribute to deep-sea gigantism, though the exact causes are still not fully understood. One of the most commonly cited explanations is the concept of oxygen limitation. In the deep sea, the availability of oxygen is much lower than in shallower waters, which may limit the growth and metabolic activity of some organisms. This may lead to a selective advantage for larger individuals as they have a greater surface area to volume ratio and may be better able to extract oxygen from the water. Another factor that may contribute to deep-sea gigantism is the abundance of food. In the deep sea, food can be scarce and sporadic, and animals that are able to consume large amounts of food when it is available may have a selective advantage. This may explain why some species of deep-sea crustaceans, such as giant amphipods and isopods, have evolved to grow to such large sizes. In addition to these ecological factors, there may also be evolutionary and genetic factors at play in deep-sea gigantism. Some scientists have suggested that the unique environmental conditions of the deep sea may have led to the evolution of specific adaptations that promote larger body size. For example, the extreme pressure and darkness of the deep sea may favor animals with larger eyes, which could help them to locate prey and navigate in their environment. Despite the ongoing debate about the exact causes of deep-sea gigantism, there is no doubt that this phenomenon is one of the most fascinating and mysterious aspects of marine biology. The fact that so many different species have evolved to grow to such large sizes in the deep sea suggests that there may be some common ecological and evolutionary factors at play. In recent years, advances in technology have allowed scientists to study deep-sea organisms more closely than ever before, using submersibles, remotely operated vehicles, and other tools to explore the depths of the ocean. These efforts have yielded new insights into the biology and behavior of deep-sea organisms and have helped to shed light on some of the mysteries of deep-sea gigantism. As our understanding of the deep sea continues to grow, it is likely that we will learn even more about the fascinating creatures that inhabit this mysterious and little understood environment. Whether we are studying giant squid, colossal crustaceans, or other deep-sea giants, the mysteries of deep-sea gigantism continue to captivate and inspire scientists and enthusiasts alike. Over the years, there's been many stories of sailors encountering mysterious sea creatures. The crew of the fishing vessel, the Voyager, had heard the stories of giant squids that roamed the depths of the ocean, but they never thought they would encounter one themselves. That all changed one stormy night in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. The crew was on a routine fishing trip, hoping to bring in a big catch to sell at the market back home. The waves were high and the winds were fierce, but they had weathered many storms before and were confident in their abilities. As they were pulling in their nets, they suddenly felt a jolt that rocked the entire ship. They quickly realized that something large and powerful had collided with the hull of the ship. At first, they thought it might be a rogue wave or a submerged object. But as they looked over the side of the ship, they saw a massive tentacle wrapped around the hull. The tentacle was covered in suction cups that clung to the metal of the ship, and it was clear that whatever was attached to it was not letting go. The crew sprang into action, grabbing whatever tools they could find to try and pry the tentacle loose. But as they worked, they realized that this was no ordinary creature. The tentacle was thicker than any they had ever seen before, and it was attached to something enormous lurking just below the surface. Suddenly, the ship was hit again, this time with even more force. The crew could feel the ship struggling under the strain of the massive creature that was attacking it. They could see the shadowy form of the creature moving just below the surface, and it was clear that it was not going to let them go without a fight. The crew quickly realized that their only hope was to try and outmaneuver the creature, to use their speed and agility to avoid its attacks. They were forced to make quick turns and evasive maneuvers, dodging the tentacles as they slashed through the water. The ship's hull was battered and bruised, but they refused to give up. After several hours of intense chase, the crew finally managed to outmaneuver the creature and break free from its grasp. They looked back at the dark shape disappearing into the depths, feeling a mixture of fear and awe at the power of the massive creature. The crew returned home with a newfound respect for the mysteries of the ocean and a sense of gratitude for having survived their encounter with the giant squid. From that day on, they never ventured out to sea without remembering the lessons they had learned and the dangers that lay hidden in the depths below. The kraken is a legendary sea monster that has been the subject of myths and stories for centuries. According to legend, the kraken is a massive creature that dwells in the depths of the ocean, capable of pulling entire ships beneath the waves with its tentacles. The origins of the kraken can be traced back to Scandinavian folklore, where it was known as the kraker, a term that referred to any large and dangerous sea creature. The earliest references to the creature date back to the 12th century, where it was described as a giant crab or lobster that could crush ships with its massive claws. Over time, the legend of the kraken evolved and expanded, with new tales and descriptions of the creature emerging in different parts of the world. In some accounts, the kraken was said to be so large that it could wrap its tentacles around a ship and pull it under the water. In others, it was described as having a massive serpentine body that could crush boats and sailors with ease. Despite the many variations of the kraken legend, there are a few common themes that run throughout the stories. For one, the kraken is typically portrayed as a fearsome creature, capable of wreaking havoc on ships and sailors alike. It is also often depicted as an ancient and mysterious creature, with many legends suggesting that it has been lurking in the depths of the ocean for thousands of years. One of the most famous descriptions of the kraken comes from the writings of 18th-century naturalist Carl Linnaeus. In his book, Systema Naturae, Linnaeus described the kraken as a massive creature with arms that were as thick as a ship's mast, capable of pulling entire vessels under the water. Although Linnaeus was a respected scientist, his description of the kraken was likely based on folklore and legend rather than actual scientific observation. Despite the fact that the kraken is considered a mythological creature, there have been many reported sightings of strange and unusual sea creatures throughout history that may have contributed to the legend. For example, giant squid and octopuses are real creatures that are capable of growing to enormous sizes and may have been mistaken for the kraken in some cases. In recent years, advances in technology have allowed scientists to study deep-sea creatures more closely than ever before and have yielded new insights into the biology and behavior of creatures like the giant squid. These efforts have helped to demystify some of the legends and stories surrounding the kraken and have given us a better understanding of the fascinating creatures that inhabit the depths of the ocean. As of right now, the kraken is a fascinating and enduring legend that has captured the imaginations of people around the world for centuries. Whether it is a real creature or simply a product of myth and legend, the Kraken continues to captivate and inspire us with its tales of mystery and wonder. Antarctica, the Earth's southernmost continent, has long been a source of fascination and intrigue due to its remote location, extreme conditions, and the mysteries that lie beneath its icy surface. In recent years, there has been a growing interest in reports of unidentified objects spotted above Antarctica. These sightings have fueled speculation about advanced activity, secret military bases, and hidden ancient civilizations. Just recently, someone on social media reported that they found a large object embedded in the snow, saying that a large trail could be seen behind the object, and suggested that whatever this thing is could have crash-landed. The user who found the photograph said that they've spent countless hours looking across Antarctica in the hopes of finding something strange. The object appears to be in the shape of a disc, with the user saying that when they measured the object it was just over 10 meters, but noted that the trail that can be seen directly behind the object measured in at over 250 meters. As of right now, there's not much to go by, but those who've seen this image have said that it's one of the clearest photographs of a mysterious object found in Antarctica and could be evidence of a mysterious downed aircraft. Oddly enough, this isn't the first time that an object like this has been found embedded in the snow, and it's caused researchers into the unknown to suggest that something strange may be going on down in Antarctica. Reports of mysterious sightings above Antarctica date back to the early 20th century, when explorers and scientists first began conducting expeditions on the continent. One of the earliest recorded accounts comes from the 1947 Operation High Jump, a United States Navy expedition led by Admiral Richard E. Byrd. During the operation, some crew members reported seeing unidentified objects moving at high speeds and performing unusual maneuvers. These sightings were never officially acknowledged by the United States government, and no concrete evidence was found to substantiate the claims. In more recent years, there have been numerous anecdotal accounts of sightings from scientists and personnel stationed at research bases across Antarctica. These accounts often describe unusual lights, metallic objects, and unexplained aerial phenomena observed in the skies above the continent. The advent of satellite technology and the availability of high-resolution imagery have provided researchers and enthusiasts with new tools to investigate sightings above Antarctica. In several instances, strange structures and objects have been identified in satellite images, fueling speculation about mysterious bases or secret military installations. While some of these findings have been debunked as natural geological formations or optical illusions, others remain unexplained and continue to generate debate among researchers and enthusiasts. The mysterious nature of sightings above Antarctica has led to various theories and conjectures. Some believe that these sightings are evidence of advanced activity, with Antarctica being a strategic location for bases due to its remote and inhospitable environment. Others suggest that these mysterious objects may be linked to secret military operations or advanced experimental aircraft being tested in the isolated region. Another popular theory posits that Antarctica is home to a hidden ancient civilization or remnants of advanced technology from a long-lost era. Proponents of this theory often point to anomalies in satellite images and unexplained structures as evidence for their claims. Investigating these sightings above Antarctica presents a unique set of challenges for researchers. The harsh climate, limited access, and logistical difficulties make conducting field investigations extremely difficult. Additionally, the continent's remote location and limited infrastructure often hinder communication and the sharing of information. Furthermore, the lack of corroborating evidence, such as photographs or videos, makes it difficult to verify anecdotal accounts of sightings. Finally, the secrecy surrounding military operations and the reluctance of governments to disclose information related to mysterious aircrafts create additional obstacles for researchers attempting to uncover the truth behind these phenomena. As of right now, the mysterious sightings above Antarctica have captivated researchers, enthusiasts, and the general public alike. While many questions remain unanswered, these enigmatic occurrences have fueled intriguing theories and speculation about mysterious activity, secret military operations, and hidden ancient civilizations. As technology continues to advance and access to Antarctica improves, researchers may find new ways to investigate these sightings and unravel the mysteries of the frozen continent. Until then, sightings above Antarctica will continue to captivate our imagination and challenge our understanding of the unknown. Over the years, various stories have been shared by people who've explored this area, and one of these comes from a seasoned captain. In the year 1911, Captain Edward Sullivan, a seasoned explorer and cartographer, embarked on a daring expedition to the Antarctic continent. His goal was to map uncharted territories and uncover the secrets hidden beneath the ice. Little did he know that he would encounter a phenomenon that would challenge his understanding of the world and leave him questioning the limits of human knowledge. Captain Sullivan's journey began with a small crew, each member handpicked for their skills and expertise in navigating the harsh Antarctic environment. Among them was a young and ambitious astronomer named Robert Fitzgerald, who sought to observe the pristine night sky, unblemished by the light pollution of the modern world. As the days turned into weeks, the expedition pushed further into the icy wilderness. Captain Sullivan and his crew faced treacherous conditions, battling fierce winds and freezing temperatures. Despite the harsh environment, the team remained undeterred, driven by their shared passion for exploration and discovery. One fateful evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, the Antarctic sky was illuminated by a stunning aurora. The crew gathered on the deck of their ship to marvel at the breathtaking display of swirling colors. It was then that Robert, gazing through his telescope, noticed an unusual object hovering in the sky. He told the captain to look in the direction of where the object was, and as Captain Sullivan peered through the telescope, he was astonished by what he saw. There, amidst the dancing lights of the aurora, was a metallic object, unlike any he had ever seen. It seemed to defy the laws of physics, moving gracefully through the air as if unbound by the constraints of gravity. For several nights, the object appeared in the sky, each time performing an array of inexplicable maneuvers before vanishing as suddenly as it had appeared. Captain Sullivan and his crew debated the nature of the mysterious object, with some suggesting it was a secret military aircraft, while others believed it to be an advanced craft from a distant world. Determined to uncover the truth, Captain Sullivan devised a plan to approach the object and attempt to communicate with its occupants. As night fell, the crew prepared a series of signal flares, hoping to attract the attention of the enigmatic visitors. When the object reappeared in the sky, Captain Sullivan and his crew launched the flares in a synchronized pattern. To their amazement, the object seemed to respond, emitting a series of bright flashes that mirrored the crew's signal. In the days that followed, Captain Sullivan and his crew continued to communicate with the object, exchanging light signals in a language that transcended words. With each interaction, the crew grew more convinced that they were witnessing a phenomenon far beyond human comprehension. As the expedition neared its end, Captain Sullivan decided to document the encounter in his journal, detailing the strange object and its otherworldly behavior. However, fearing ridicule and disbelief from his peers, he vowed to keep the discovery a secret, known only to the members of his crew. Years later, as Captain Sullivan lay on his deathbed, he entrusted the journal to his closest confidant, Robert Fitzgerald. With a heavy heart, he implored the young astronomer to share the story of their encounter with the world, in the hope that future generations might seek the truth and unravel the enigma of the Antarctic skies. And so, the tale of Captain Edward Sullivan and his crew passed into legend, a testament to the boundless curiosity of the human spirit and the mysteries that lie beyond the reach of our understanding. Antarctica, Earth's southernmost continent, has long captivated the imagination of scientists, explorers, and the general public due to its vast frozen landscape and the secrets that lie beneath its icy surface. One such enigma is the mysterious gravitational anomaly located beneath Wilkes Land, a large region in East Antarctica. This massive anomaly has been the subject of extensive research and speculation, with theories ranging from the remnants of an ancient civilization to a massive impact crater. The Wilkes Land anomaly was first identified in the early 2000s when researchers from The Ohio State University detected unusual gravitational fluctuations while analyzing data from NASA's Gravity Recovery and Climate Experiment satellites. The gravity measurements revealed a massive circular structure beneath the ice, approximately 300 miles in diameter and located more than a mile below the surface. This enigmatic feature immediately caught the attention of scientists worldwide, who sought to determine the cause of the gravitational disturbance and the nature of the hidden structure. Since its discovery, Numerous scientific expeditions and research projects have been conducted to investigate the Wilkes Land anomaly. Using advanced technologies, such as airborne radar and satellite imagery, researchers have been able to study the subglacial structure in greater detail. Despite these efforts, many aspects of the anomaly remain elusive, and the exact nature of the structure is still a subject of debate among scientists. One of the most significant findings came from a study conducted in February 2006 by a team of researchers led by Ralph von Fries and Laramie Potts. Analyzing the gravity and magnetic data from the region, they proposed that the anomaly was caused by a massive impact crater formed by an asteroid collision approximately 250 million years ago. According to their research, the impact event may have contributed to the largest mass extinction in Earth's history, known as the Permian-Triassic extinction event, during which nearly 90% of all species on Earth perished. While the impact crater theory has gained significant traction within the scientific community, alternative theories have also been proposed to explain the Wilkes Land anomaly. Some researchers suggest that the gravitational disturbance could be the result of a massive volcanic structure or a cluster of smaller volcanic formations beneath the ice. This theory is supported by the fact that Antarctica is home to numerous subglacial volcanoes and geothermal hotspots. Another theory, popular among researchers into the unknown, is that the Wilkes Land anomaly could be the remnants of an ancient civilization or advanced technological structure. Proponents of this theory often point to the anomaly's circular shape and seemingly artificial appearance as evidence for their claims. While this theory has not gained widespread acceptance within the scientific community, it continues to fuel speculation and debate among those interested in the mysteries of Antarctica. The Wilkes Land anomaly is a fascinating enigma that has captured the attention of scientists and the public alike. Its discovery has sparked extensive research and investigation, yet many aspects of the anomaly remain shrouded in mystery. As technology advances and our understanding of Antarctica's geology and history deepens, researchers may one day unlock the secrets of the Wilkes Land anomaly and unravel the mysteries hidden beneath the Antarctic ice. Until then, this enigmatic feature will continue to challenge our understanding of the Earth and its past, and serve as a reminder of the unexplored frontiers that still await discovery. Upon reviewing the statement that an underwater glowing blue object was encountered off the coast of Florida, one individual highlighted their ability to leverage various satellite image resources to authenticate the luminosity observed in a recent post. The specific imagery captured on February 27, 2024 corresponds precisely to the location identified by the original poster. Evidently, there was a discernible presence at that spot during the documented period as acknowledged by the original poster. The source of light detected did not manifest on the days leading up to or following the 27th, showcasing a unique occurrence. Interestingly, the observed light emission falls within the infrared spectrum. It is worth noting that bioluminescent dinoflagellates typically do not emit infrared light, effectively disproving any conjectures related to this biological source. This comprehensive analysis delves into the intricate details concerning the identifiable light source, shedding light on its peculiar characteristics and ruling out potential explanations tied to bioluminescent marine organisms. The poster who originally uploaded the mysterious photographs detailed that in waters off the coast of Florida, a remarkable encounter unfolded. It was a calm evening, but little did anyone on board the research vessel know that they were about to witness a phenomenon that would challenge their understanding of the underwater world. The original poster said that he and his team hurried to the ship's railing, peering over the side to catch a glimpse of the mysterious source of light. What they saw took their breath away. A luminous blue orb hovering just beneath the surface, pulsating with an otherworldly energy. It cast an eerie glow on the surrounding water, illuminating the marine life that darted to and fro in its presence. Mesmerized by the spectacle before them, the man and his colleagues scrambled to capture the phenomenon on camera, documenting every detail of the encounter. The glowing blue orb seemed to slowly move on the bottom of the ocean, and as they watched in awe, the mysterious orb began to move, gliding effortlessly through the water with a grace that defied explanation. The statement made by one online user suggests that the object in question must have emitted a significant amount of brightness, being visible even from outer space. This observation highlights it as an intriguing anomaly that has captured attention in this area for quite some time. The fascination surrounding this particular phenomenon has sparked considerable interest and discussion among those observing it. Satellite technology has brought about a significant transformation in our comprehension of the Earth's oceans, providing unparalleled access to the concealed depths that exist beneath the ocean surface. One of the standout achievements facilitated by satellite data is the revelation of a peculiar and luminous blue underwater unidentified submerged object found along the shores of Florida. This discovery not only showcases the diverse applications of satellite technology, but also highlights the immense potential it holds for uncovering hidden marvels beneath the sea. Further investigation into the satellite data unveiled the existence of a unique and continual source of illumination, suggesting its emergence from a submerged site situated along the Florida coastline. Upon detailed scrutiny of the satellite data, it became apparent that there was a distinguishable and unchanging light source emanating from a particular location beneath the waters off Florida. The identification of the luminous blue unidentified submerged object acted as a powerful recall of the immense and predominantly uncharted expanses of the Earth's oceans. Even with years of extensive scientific research and technological progress, a significant portion of the ocean continues to be veiled in mystery, with its secrets remaining alluringly beyond our grasp. In the realm of scientific exploration, the mysterious phenomenon known as unidentified submerged objects serves as an intriguing conundrum and a catalyst for intensified investigative endeavors, a clarion call prompting researchers to escalate their quest to unravel the unfathomable intricacies of the oceanic world. The post was submitted by Reddit user ZJ223, and it detailed their encounter with something mysterious 10 miles off the coast of Florida. The poster commented the following: "I understand this is not technically a UFO because it was seen in the water. I work on a research vessel. Recently, we had a trip studying bioluminescence in the Gulf of Mexico. Around 11:45 in the evening, we were conducting research as normal when a science party member saw a strange light about a quarter-mile off our stern. We immediately started to make our way towards the light. The intensity of the light was quite astonishing. Nobody in the crew or the science party knew what to make of it. At first, we thought it could have been a sunken vessel or a navigation buoy of some kind that sank. We proceeded to get as close as possible to the light, and eventually we hovered directly on top of it. Our vessel has a moon pool in the center where the crew and science party were able to carefully observe the light from directly on top. We used a subsurface camera to attempt and capture what the object may have been. The science party on board automatically ruled out the light being produced by bioluminescent phytoplankton. This light source was 100% on the bottom of the ocean and not something that was floating through the water column. It did not move in the current. The water depth at this specific location was 60 feet deep. As we hovered on top of the light, we used an EK-80 sonar to provide us with an image of the ocean floor at this location. To our surprise, this object producing the light did not have a physical shape that we could detect. It was invisible to our sonar. The sonar is also capable of imaging objects that are below the seafloor, objects that could be partially submerged in the mud, and objects that could be as small as 3 inches in length and width. Consider the strength of the light having to shine through 60 feet of water and being strong enough for us to observe from a considerable distance away. There was definitely an arc of visibility that seemed to be brighter when viewed from further away than top down. I added some more videos here, and I've been scanning through all of your comments. I'll try to respond to most of them with this comment. There are some people who are questioning the validity of my photos and objects in the photo. Let me preface this by stating some facts from our research cruise back in February. Our research vessel was chartered by a group of scientists from a college in Florida. The chief scientist who sailed with us has been studying bioluminescence his whole career and even made mentions of how the Navy used research of bioluminescence in the past to detect Russian subs deep underwater. The chief scientist is a PhD, and his primary graduate study was in bioluminescence. This location we were studying bioluminescence at when we saw the object had very low concentrations of bioluminescent phytoplanktons. We were at the point of calling it quits for the night and moving to the next site entirely. When the boat gets chartered out by scientists, they provide all the gear, and the mission of this trip was to study bioluminescence. So naturally, They bring cameras and equipment to photograph bioluminescence at the surface. The vessel is not equipped with anything more than whatever the scientists decide to bring. Dropping a traditional camera in the water without the correct protective housing would cause the camera to break. We did not have any gear to send down a camera 60 feet. The most logical explanation at first would be bioluminescence. According to the PhD chief scientist, he immediately declared it was not bioluminescence after viewing the object using the camera equipment that was attached to the ship. When we consider bioluminescence, remember that organisms such as phytoplankton and small jellyfish, I don't know the species name, forgive me, travel in the currents throughout the water column. This makes them move within the water. The object we were observing was completely still for our entire length of observation. It did not move at all. Let me throw in a personal opinion. That is not based on fact. Okay, let's say it was bioluminescence for the sake of argument. I want to know, how was the luminosity of it so bright that we saw it from over 1,000 feet away plus 60 feet down? Especially after making the deduction that the object was more than likely sitting on the ocean floor, and why wasn't it moving with the ocean currents? It appeared as it was anchored or stationary in one position, which brings me to my next point. How do we know the object was on the ocean floor? Well, it's just an assumption. We don't know where it actually was in the water column. Logic might make us think that whatever the object is, it carries mass. Gravity would naturally pull it down. So that is the basis of the assumption it was on the bottom. Unfortunately, I cannot provide anyone here with documents to prove that the scientists have the credentials they do or any of that. It's just my word. I didn't share the post on the internet immediately because honestly it was cool, but I don't care to post on social media. I'm a mariner. I spend years of my life on a boat on the ocean. Every so often, I see things that defy explanation. I've seen lights flying at unrealistically high speeds a couple hundred feet off the water. I've seen lights in the night sky form weird shapes and fly away. None of that stuff I took pictures of, but they eventually become sea stories I share with friends and family. I truly hope this explains things for most of you. Looking forward to continuing the conversation and formulating ideas on what it may be. Location of the sighting was 10 miles west of Caladesi Island, Clearwater Beach, Florida. End quote.